So we just had a live podcast here. We had the podcast with Martin and Tommy, the two guys standing there and chatting. And one part of the podcast, I cannot share everything, it's in German. If you like, you can we link it. But we talked about how difficult it is if you work with fear, how difficult it is if you're afraid to innovate. So if you're afraid, it's almost impossible to innovate, because most of the people, and this is something in a lot of companies, because a company is just a bunch of people working towards the same direction ideally, but if they are afraid, they freeze. They go in freeze mode, or they go in fight mode or in flight mode. So that's the typical reaction if you are afraid of something. So you freeze, you fight, you flight. There is this quote from Jeff Bezos that I quoted so often already, and he says,
"It is not uncommon for people who have achieved the kind of startling success you have in such a short period of time develop a pretty strong fear about losing it all." Are you afraid of that?
I know we can lose it all. It's not a fear. It's a fact.
To the question of the interviewer, are you not afraid of losing it all? Are you not afraid of losing it all? And then Bezos laughs as he laughs, this very loud laughing, and says, of course, but it's not a fear, it's a fact that you can lose it all. And that's the point. The difference is that you accept that it's a fact, and accepting that it's a fact that you can lose everything actually frees you from this fear, this foggy fear that you have, and that makes you freeze, because you face the facts and you see, of course it can happen to lose it all. And that's the trick. That's the trick. It sounds a bit weird, but this works with almost everything. It's a fact you will die a certain day. It's a fact everyone will die a certain day. It's a fact that companies go bankrupt. It's a fact that you can lose your job. It's a fact that you can miss an opportunity. There are so many things that can happen in your life. And this actually frees you from this foggy fear. I hope it makes sense what I just shared, but to me it makes a lot of sense. And what I just heard on stage and what we were discussing, having this fear is really difficult. If you're afraid, you cannot innovate. So accept that's a fact that you can lose it all. And this frees you from this fear of innovation. Let's discuss that. Thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe. And see you guys next week. Before you leave, there's a video for you to watch as a recommendation by YouTube. Here you can subscribe. Make sure you subscribe, because we publish minimum 2 videos a week about new workspace, new work, the tools that you need behind that, and all the stuff behind digital transformation. I would be thrilled if you subscribe here.